is CherryEnchantress, and this is your weekly reading and love message from your person. So we have 3 piles as usual. Pile 1 is the Emperor, pile 2 is the King of Earth, and pile 3 is the King of Water. So I chose this amazing deck, which is the Guardian Angel Messages Tarot. And for Juneteenth, I have 3 very handsome melanin colored skinned men here for your choices. But don't let that be any kind of thing that gets in the way of your choice or draws you to your choice. In other words, the choice that you make as far as what card you pick is purely from your soul, and think of it as an energy coming from each card. So let's just push out our breath. Take in a deep breath through your nose. Close your eyes. Release your breath through your mouth. Now open your eyes and let them be drawn to the card that's calling you, that's saying your message is right here. All right, let's begin. And you chose pile number 1 with the Emperor. So the Emperor is about organization, leadership, and structure. Organization and logic can be very helpful right now. Your efforts will bear fruit if you can create an orderly and methodical process for getting things done. So know what that's like. I need some of that. Your creativity has brought you to this time of beautiful manifesting. We're having this amazing strawberry moon manifestation energy. So use this beautiful time of year along with the solstice, the summer solstice. But sometimes there's this feeling that you can't wrap your head around all there is to do. And so it's a good idea to delegate some of the work to someone that you can trust. Stand back and take a very objective look at what's going on around you. So this card is indicating that decisions that you make right now are based on intellectual considerations, not emotions. And it's about consulting a mentor or somebody who is a skilled leader or an expert in the field. Or if you're offered a position in leadership yourself, this is a sign that your guardian angels are ready for you to take charge. And speaking of guardian angels, they are saying guardian angels are used to managing many different areas of concern at once. We are very detail oriented. If you need help getting organized or bringing order to chaos, ask us for help. So just think clearly. Success is coming to you, especially in your career. People see you as a leader that you can trust, or there is a man in your life that is a leader that you can trust. This can also represent your father or other father figures that you trust. You know, this is the ultimate good dad, you know. This is also representing laying a solid foundation for a new project. I also see the Emperor as the divine masculine, a counterpart. I also see the Emperor as somebody who has ownership of a lot. You know, it's not just a kingdom, it's quite grand. It's a lot of responsibility, and so they take it with stride. They're usually very wealthy, and they're the alpha male, the one that people turn to for advice and for information. All right, and so some other cards that came out also from the Guardian Angel Messages deck, we have the High Priestess came out here to accompany the Emperor, and she is about intuition, wisdom, and patience. She is the intuit, you know, she is the one that She just knows, like the clear cognizance. She just knows what's going on. And this could represent you. And if it does, it's saying that you have amazing wisdom within you. Take some time to be quiet and listen to the voice of the divine and your guardian angels as they reach out to give you the answers you are seeking. Also, when you watch this video, you can see yourself in the masculine or the feminine cards that come out, or it doesn't matter. You can just see yourself in the energy of each card. So look at it that way. But also, I see all of these piles as having, it's a companionship. This is a message from this is meant to be messages from your person of interest. So you will both see yourself and you will see your person of interest in each pile. But the person of interest may not necessarily be the card that you chose. Could be you, in other words. So you'll know who is who as the reading progresses, and you can see yourself in the cards that come out. And oftentimes, you and your person of interest reflect each other and have a lot in common. There are some of you out there that don't have a person of interest that like to watch this anyway, and that's fine too. This could be somebody that's coming to you from the future, or this could represent the alternate side of yourself. So if you're feminine, this represents masculine, and basically representing the masculine and feminine energies inside yourself. So that's another way you can look at this. All right, but the high priestess herself, and most of you out there are the feminine, and I think the high priestess would represent you. And she is about taking some quiet time and listening to the voice of the divine and meditating and praying, and consider quiet walks to get intuitively in touch with your angels. There's lots of ways to meditate, and sitting in like a yogi position is not the only way. There's so many ways to meditate. So find your way that you feel that you like. You may even notice that guidance comes in your sleeping dreams to provide exciting revelations with respect to your life purpose. This card's not about action, but about becoming crystal clear on what it is you want to create. If you've been feeling worried about not taking action on your dreams, then release those concerns and be at peace. Patience is rewarded at this time. Your intuitive abilities are greatly enhanced, and it's important that you trust your intuition. Your emotions are like powerful compass pointing you in the right direction, so follow them with confidence. And the angels say, there is joy and peaceful in action. Sit with us and we will help you envision the perfect plan for creating the life you desire. So this is about spiritual growth and reflection. This is creative visualization. That's another great way to meditate, using Shakti Gwain's book, Creative Visualization, making life goals and things like that. Instead of just acting on things that you don't have a plan for, make the plan first. And you can add action to it as well, but having a really good plan, like drawn out in an outline form or something, can be very beneficial. Be patient with yourself too. Rome wasn't built in a day. There's no rush. It's a journey. This is you or knowing somebody who's completely trustworthy. In other words, you're connecting with this emperor person, and this person is definitely trustworthy. Or this is you, and you can trust in your masculine desire to manifest this abundance in your life. Believe in the kindness and wisdom of the universe and follow your own guidance as well. Next, we have Charity from the Keepers of the Light Oracle cards. She's all about prayer and contemplation, which is perfect segue from the High Priestess. So if you're not a big person that's into setting intentions in more of a pagan way, maybe you're more traditional and you want to pray more like in a religious way. So connect with heaven and ask and ye shall receive. All right. Faith, hope, and charity are a trinity of archangels who are dedicated to helping us regain our natural traits of kindness, trust, and faith in the highest good. Charity is the twin flame of Archangel Smule. He came out last night in our live, and so if you see Smule, then you know that Charity here is his twin flame. She has a great spirit that encourages us to undertake the spiritual practices of prayer and meditation. Prayer is the way we speak with the divine, and meditation is the way we open ourselves to receive the answers we need to hear. Charity is also the angel who kisses the forehead of all those who pray in support of others. She absolutely loves to see this kindness because it creates an inspirational, healing wave of goodwill to the world. The powerful Archangel Charity is drawing close to you at this time because she has recognized that you have goodness in your heart and you have to put others first, or you have already put others first. And that being said, she brings you thanks and support. Move into prayer and meditation with regard to any decisions you have to make at this time. You're being guided to take time to breathe and receive. Know that you will have a real surge of intuition when the time moves forwards. Thank the angels for guiding you towards your highest good, and welcome Charity into the space with you. All right, so now let's get into some actual messages. And on behalf of my friends, my lovely friends who also are of African American descent, I have Divine Pearls Medium, and using her deck, a Taste of Honey, and also Queen Sugar Tarot's decks, the Love Notes 1 and 2, Lover's Lane, and also Divine Love Notes. Those are ones that I often use, and I hope you like them. Let's see what A Taste of Honey says for you. Okay. All right, here's some messages. Sometimes my nerves get the best of me, but let's get focused. I really do dig you. All right. You feel like home. You are my family. Very nice. Okay, some love notes 1, 2, and 3. We have, why do you still love me after all that I've done? Well, we will be together again. Okay, let's take Divine Love Notes number 2. Be my shield and protect me. Often I see the beige ones as the masculine and the pink ones as the feminine, but it doesn't have to necessarily be that way. Okay, and Divine Love Messages number 3. Okay, you have, I like you. I hope you feel the same way about me. You have the key to my heart. Very nice. Okay, and so now let's get a little saucy with Lover's Lane, the lover's intimate notes. Okay, I love the smell of you. And this is for Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra, or not necessarily, but if you are one of those signs, then it very much resonates. If you're not, then don't worry about it. Still, the message is there. And then you have, I promise that you will want plenty more, and there will be more to give. Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. All right, so let's top it off with LeMenu. I love this deck. It's so beautiful and sweet. Also by Queen Sugar. We have espresso martini, which is Leo. And it says flashy, high energy, luxurious, self confident, and entertaining. All right, very nice. So let's get a few charms now. I hope you weren't sleeping. You're awake now. All right. So what have we here? We have the snowflake. No two snowflakes are alike. Each one, it has its own unique pattern. So this is a very special person with a very special pattern. This could be a person who's married, who's about to take off his ring, in other words, to get divorced or separated. Or this is somebody who is considering committing to you and put on the ring. We have, oh, this is nice, Lieutenant Destin Mateus, who happens to be African American in Frozen #2. So check it out if you don't know this character. And he's very brave and bold and strong and courageous and just the right kind of, like, he's like the Emperor, just like all man wrapped up in one amazing person. We have the ruby, which represents, it's kind of like safety and security. I see it because rubies used to be buried under buildings to bring buildings good luck. It's almost like my ruby cherries that I have. And then we have the butterfly, which represents transformation. We have the ducky, which represents sexual matters. Ooh, make and precious, make precious. So there's somebody who sees you as precious, or you see them as precious. You see each other that way. You're being treated very preciously. The snake represents sexuality, again, to the rising of the kundalini. So it starts at your base and then it levels up. Somebody here could be very tall and beautiful, which what the giraffe represents to me. And there is definitely music involved, or you can hear something in the sound, something in a song, and you are blessed. Okay, so I hope you like that. Thumbs up if you like that. There's a little thumb thing down there, and then you press that, and if you press the like, you get like this little confetti party. It's really fun. Also consider being a subscriber if you're new, and if you're not, thank you so much for coming back and being so supportive of this channel. So I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the next pile. You're definitely welcome to join me, and I'll see you there. And you chose pile #2 with the King of Earth. All right, and the King of Earth, Earth, is prosperous, generous, and successful. I happen to particularly like this one because he's holding an apple pie for you, so that's very nice of him, right? Yes, thank you, Mr. King of Earth. So as far as a situation, the King of Earth is going to be a really stable situation. All your plans are blessed, and it's happening right now. This is the time of great prosperity and success. Finances are flowing effortlessly and smoothly, unlike my words. Promotions or very positive changes in your job are likely. There may be unexpected career opportunities in the near future, and so accept those. As a person, this is someone who is professional and their life is soaring. Specifically, the professional life is soaring, and or that they're at the pinnacle of their career. This is a powerful person who is deserving of this position due to hard work and in great integrity. A very experienced person who genuinely knows what's best for everyone involved. This is someone who's willing to offer up advice freely and with a warm heart. So as you choose these piles, you may see yourself or you may see your person. And within each pile, you'll see both yourself and your person. So, and then sometimes the cards can be sort of interchangeable, since you and your person can be very similar in a way. Also, if you don't have a person of interest, then this can represent somebody in the future, or it can represent the balancing of the masculine and feminine within you and within yourself. So that's another way you can look at this. Your angel message for this card is, you or your person have the Midas touch right now, and every opportunity you seize will turn gold, just like that generous and loving heart of yours. The universe is going to shower you with amazing blessings, and no one is more deserving. Enjoy every moment of it. This also could be wise investments, fair and motivating manager of people, and environmental activism. Maybe even some people retiring at this time. So your companion card from this amazing deck, the Guardian Angel Messages Tarot, is the Lovers. So the Lovers is about relationships, emotions, emotions, and choices. If you have emotions with your choice, it's called emotion. So, yes, emotions and choices. And I often see, and mostly I see the Lovers as union, as marriage or something like that. But it can also represent choices, and a lot of decks will talk about the choices. So you can expect matters of the heart. No matter what happens, matters of the heart are happening here, and they take precedence. So powerful relationship may develop with newly met individuals, or already established relationships could start to progress to a deeper level. In the ancient tarot, this card was sometimes referred to as the choice. And if you need to make an important decision, it's important to examine all sides of the matter very carefully. This is saying for you to probe deep into your own emotions for answers, and the action that you should take should be something you feel strongly about with all your heart. And lead with love, lead with your heart. That's usually the best way to go whenever making decisions and choices. The angel message here is, if you're seeking love, we can work with the angels of romance to bring it into your life quickly. Ask us to speak to the guardian angels of your current or future partner to help draw them closer to you. So in other words, your guardian angels can talk to his guardian angels. I'm just saying that his for simplicity's sake. And then they can coordinate a meetup for you guys. It's kind of like play date. Hey, can our humans get together on a play date, and their guardian angels for your person will be like, oh, okay, let's see what we can do, like how we can fit them in the schedule or whatever. So basically there's like energy in the ethereal realm working in your favor. This card can also represent a new relationship. So if you don't have that person of interest and you're like, I don't even know why I'm here, it's maybe somebody coming towards you from the future. That's going to be a really, really sweet person, a person that's very abundant and who bakes pies. So also for those of you who are established, you're definitely leveling up, maybe engagement coming, or even marriage. So there is definitely choices also coming, even mostly happy choices. Where to go, what to do, what dress to buy, what venue for your marriage, your wedding, whatever. Things like that could be happening as well as far as choices are concerned. But no matter what, just always go with your heart. This can also represent sexual intimacy too, for people who are having those feelings, those urges, whether you've already been there yet, not yet, or this will be another time to get intimate. Intimacy is strong here. And also good health. So good health is another thing that this card represents. And I'm going to give you guys a little something extra. Since we talked about the romance angels, I'm going to pull a romance angel card for you. Nobody else is going to get this, so pile 2, you're special. The original romance angels. One of the first books I got. Ooh, attraction. So your person really is strongly attracted to you, and you are attracting romantic love. by enjoying this moment fully. So again, two things could be happening here. I feel two different groups of people. Some that are already connected to somebody and they have a great, I feel like the attraction is growing and everything's moving into a higher energy for the two of you. Then those of you who are not with anyone yet, you are attracting love. And you're attracting this person just by simply being you and enjoying moments fully because you are so vibrant yourself. All right. And then from our Keepers of the Light deck, we have Shekinah. She is about sacred self. Unleash your spirit, express your gifts, dance to the sacred rhythm of life. I'll put her up here. Shekinah. The Shekinah, not just Shekinah. She is sacred. The Shekinah is the twin flame of the Holy Spirit. So that Holy Spirit we talk about in the Trinity, she is like the Holy Spirit. She is the twin flame. And this is the female aspect of the God particle or creation energy. She is more of an essence than a being. And I feel like try to see a lot of the cards this way. See into the essence of what they are and not so much a physicality. I love to draw. I love to draw people. I love to draw features. I loved playing paper dolls and Barbies because I liked the way people look, and both male and females. But it's important to look past appearances here in all of these cards because there's this energy. I often use decks that don't have faces at all, that are more like swirls and orbs and glowy things and sometimes animals and things like that, because it helps you get into the message and the meaning of the card more than the physicality of the people involved. And we definitely put a lot of emphasis on physicality in our world, don't we? But nevertheless, I still like it. I still like to use these beautiful portraits too of people. So, but remember that too, whether you're no matter what race you are or ethnicity or background or your color of your skin, this is about about an essence of who you are. So she is more of an essence than a being, and she has the ability to show herself in ways that we will understand. She is acknowledged in the sacred teachings of Judaism and also called the Sophia of Christ in the Gnostic Gospels. She is a powerful female voice of spirit who is here to bring about equality and to help the world move on from the male-only image of God. She reminds us that God is all-loving and all-accepting. Whenever she appears in a reading, she points out the change makers, the love creators, and the gift sharers of the world, who are here to unite all hearts around the world. So don't feel the need to hold back or dampen your spirit. This is a time to celebrate. There is a feeling of dance and joy around you at this time as you fully recognize your splendor. You are a sacred being who defies gravity every day just by being alive and brings a sense of balance and equality to the world. You know what I find so interesting? I made it a point to show dark-skinned people for Juneteenth, but it's within the purpose of by doing that, I end up seeing sharing more of a spiritual essence, or helping people understand more of the spirituality and the essence of a person more than their ethnicity, in other words. But definitely ethnicity and culture are important, and it's important to stand up for your beliefs, your backgrounds, and all the things that are good and true in this world. And those are things definitely to celebrate. All right, so let's start getting into messages. So we have, and speaking of beautiful dark-skinned people, I have my friends Divine Pearls Medium and Queen Sugar Tarot have made decks, and Queen Sugar used to be a partner to me on this channel for a little while, and then she went off and did her own thing, and she's a great reader. Divine Pearls Medium made this really lovely deck called A Taste of Honey, so let's see what the messages are here. All right, we have, ooh, these are a bunch of them. Have I daydream about being intimate with you. I am clear about what I want with you. You are beautiful exactly the way you are. See? I'm right. Like, this is so true. Want to get matching tattoos? That's fun. Your kisses are sweet like honey. I don't recommend getting matching tattoos. If you know, like, I just like the ratio of people getting that break up when they get matching tattoos. This is really high. I admire how intuitive you are. Yes, thank you. I'm very intuitive. All right, so let's move on now to Queen Sugar's decks. First, we have the original, the OG of Love Notes 1. The beige ones I usually say represent the masculine. I kept running because I never had a love like this strong before. So this could be a twin flame situation with like runners and chasers. Maybe the running and chasing is done with. And here is Love Notes Part 2. And we have my past is catching up to me, which is kind of funny. Somebody is catching up. Somebody is running and somebody's catching up to the person running. Or maybe the person stopped running and that's why this person is catching up. That's so funny. I just feel like this chasing energy, but this stopping, like now people are like, I think are pointed to each other, looking at each other instead of away from each other or looking at the person's back. In other words, now you're face to face. All right, let's see the Divine Notes number 3. Divine Love Messages. What? And you have, oh, you deserve the world, honey. That is true. You deserve the world, Poe. Yeah. Would you like to go out? Would you like a nice big bowl full of the world? Can I finish this reading, please, Poe? All right. I love the Lover's Intimate Notes, also known as the Lover's Lane. I like that title better, Lover's Lane. Let's see what your Lover's Lane Intimate Notes are. We have, I want to turn your fantasies into reality, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. So it doesn't have to be these signs, but if you are one of those signs, then this is extra powerful. Lovers is also Gemini here, so some strong Gemini energy. I want you to see see the stars. I want you to see the stars when we make love. Beautiful. Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. And let's top it off with LeMenu, which is a really sweet, delicious deck by Queen Sugar. All right, we have Brownie. This is temptations, alluring, dark-skinned, good fun time. So we're right on track with the dark-skinned people. Fried rice. This is abundant, provider, fulfilled, transcendental, full of personality. A lot on the menu. These are hungry people too. Cheesecake. We have patient, luscious, traditional, relaxed comfort. Ooh. We have also panna cotta with berries. Come on now, stop. influencer, lovable, luxurious, friendly, gives good hugs. Nice. And Belgian waffle, Virgo. So we have Libra and Virgo here. Organized routines, balanced energy, warm. And Libra is my rising, and Virgo is my moon sign. And finally, pineapple. Whew, I'm eating a lot today. This is so yummy. All right, here we have brave, sweet, abrasive exterior, fun, mercurial. This kind of makes me think of cancers. You know, they're sort of rough and rugged on the outside, but sweet on the inside. So if you're like that, but maybe it doesn't matter what sign you are. Maybe you're finding somebody who's kind of tough on the outside and sweet on the inside. I love how the greens are popping against these pinks. So a lot of love energy. The green and pink being the heart chakra colors. Beautiful. All right. So so let's get a few charms. Here we go. I'm just chewing on. It sounds like I'm chewing on metal. I'm not chewing. Okay. So you two got, like, what's going on? A lot of sexiness going on in these piles. You two got the rubber duck, which rhymes with, you know what, duck rhymes with, and that's why it's a sexy charm. Sorry, but I'll tell you the story. Pile 1 didn't get the story, so pile 1 has to come to pile 2 to find out the story of the duck. But I went to this medieval fair, and everybody was dressed amazingly, especially the guys, which was surprising. So I decided to take pictures of all the guys that were dressed in medieval clothes and armor and all kinds of stuff. And then there's this one guy that had a helmet, and he had like long horns that were really big. And he said, I have the biggest horns, or no, I'm the horniest man of all of Sherwood Forest. Ah, ha, ha. And then he pulled out this little ducky and gave it to me, and it rhymed with, you know what? And so, yes, that's what he said. All right, then. Girl life. And now, girl life now on, make on from, help. From I make learn life full of life, full on show. Okay, I think this is a guy talking to a girl, having to do something with kind of a take me on energy, I think. And we have Poe, just a minute. We'll go out in just a minute. Let me do this. Oh, you got a basket of apples, which means you're very abundant. And oh, cocky rooster, very cocky. And it's also about waking up early and not sleeping past your alarm. Oh, you've got celebration with margaritas or martinis or something. You don't have to be a drinker. The cup can just mean love, emotions, and celebrations. And the little dog represents soulmates. The bicycle means that your situation is moving. It's turning. It's growing. It may seem slow compared to a car, but it's fast compared to somebody walking. So it's all in your perspective. Then we have the marble that represents Venus, which is the love planet. And you have the rope, which is also very romantic because it represents a bond between two people that can't be broken. Similar to marriage, it could be like hand fasting, like tying the knots. And then we have, the twin flames. So there you have it. You are meant to be. And not all twin flames get married, but I feel like you're one of the rare ones that could be headed on the way to marriage here. So I hope you like that. Give it a thumbs up if you like it. If you push that thumb, then you get a little confetti party. Next to that is the subscribe button. So if you're new, please subscribe. If you not new, then thank you so much for returning and supporting the channel. I'm moving on to pile 3 before the kitty starts to tear down everything. Wait, Poe, wait. And Um, so yeah, come with me to pile 3. Maybe there's more messages there. But if I were you, I would just say, I love this pile. I'm just going to leave it the way it is. Or go back to pile 1 or move on to pile 3 and get more messages. So it's your choice, and I hope you like it. And I'll see you there if you go to the other piles. Thanks for being here with me, and moving on to the next. And you chose pile number 3 with the King of Water. All right, so the King of Water is compassionate, understanding, and trustworthy. It's also a very good choice. Very handsome man who is very heartfelt. I like this image. He looks very sincere. All right, and so as a situation, the King of Water represents this feeling. It's always emotions in the air. And but it will be, if it's a situation, it will be handled with emotional maturity and a trustworthy heart. The parties involved have the best interest of everyone in mind. There is a desire to resolve any challenges in a kind and compassionate way. If your heart is moved to support a particular cause or charity, do so with passionate determination. Accept advice being given in a kind and caring manner as being good as gold. And so, as I said to the other piles, you may see yourself in this card, or this could represent your person of interest, or your person of interest may be in the future, or you may be drawn to this reading just simply as a way to understand the balance of your personal masculine and feminine qualities within yourself. And so, as a person, this King of Water could be masculine, male or female, but whoever they are courteous, honorable person who has a great integrity when it comes to matters of the heart. This is a humanitarian who cares about people and animals. This sounds like me, I think, and can be very vocal about it. This is an upstanding member of the community, acquainted with reputable people in high places. This is a firm but loving parent. And the angels say, it's safe to trust now. The situation is as it appears, and other people involved have great integrity. You can set fear and worry aside and experience your positive emotions fully. So other things that could be part of this card could be like the fine arts, lover of music, dance. This is a person who's fair. Maybe they're a mediator. Maybe they're kinds of people that listen, and just like the good friend that listens very heartfeltly, you know. It could be in a situation where you're having trouble in a romance and this is the person listening to you. But also, and maybe you're starting to have feelings for this person. I actually went through a similar situation once, many moons ago. But also, this is a diplomatic approach to challenges. And so, speaking of diplomacy, we have Justice as sort of your partner card here. And she represents fairness, the law, and karma. I was talking a lot about karma last night, and that 2023 and 2024 have been years really that have a lot to do with justice and righting wrongs and karma. Karma, whether you do good deeds or do bad deeds, you will have some kind of consequence for it. And I think more and more people who have been doing the right thing are being rewarded, even if they're right things that you did many years ago, or never seemed to feel compensated for the right that you did. You're going to be compensated now for the right things that you've done in your life. But also be very careful about the negative things that you've done. It's important if you have a remorse for it, if you ask for forgiveness, if you've talked to the people involved in these situations, and if you kind of come to terms with it, then you will be released of this bad karma as well. So it's a really, really beautiful energy. But overall, it's a win in your favor no matter what. This is happiness. This is a good thing. You have absolutely nothing to worry about. Rest assured that only fair and honest decisions will be made when you receive this card. If events have had you feeling anxious and uneasy, take heart. Embrace your personal power and stand up for your beliefs so that things can develop in a way that will bring you peace. If others have been unfair to you, know that the universe and the angels will shed light upon the matter and the situation will be healed. If you find yourself in a position to decide what is right or wrong, then let love be your guide. Very similar to pile 2. If you want, go back to pile 2. It's always good to it's good to have more than one choice sometimes. And sometimes in a specific order. So like you may be tempted to watch 2 then 3, but maybe it's important to watch 3 then 2. Anyway, and you get a bigger picture. So let love be your guide. Base your decision not just on the letter of the law, but also on the spirit of kindness, balance, and understanding. You know, Justice represents the sign of Libra, and she's an air sign, and sometimes can be very cool-headed and unemotional, like Aquarius and also Gemini. And there's a lot to be said for approaching a situation with a cool head, right? Emotions are necessary and unavoidable, and actually it's when you show emotion to someone, it shows that you really care. And a lot of people misinterpret the cool-headed people as not caring, but that's simply not true. So remember those things too when you're dealing with people. People who are emotional doesn't necessarily mean that they care more. It's just they just display it more. They just wear it on their sleeve, and it's out there. But people who are calm about talking about things and logical, they care too. It's just their processing is different, and they have to process it a certain way to make it understandable to them, and that's their way to communicate it to you. So don't take it the wrong way if somebody's being very kind of maybe nerdy about it or intellectual about it. Think of it more as them being themselves and being charming in their own way, right? Understanding a situation in their way. Also, the Justice card can represent standing up for yourself, people apologizing and forgiving, which is a good thing. This is also being very objective. Sometimes you may see the lack of caring, you may perceive it, but I just feel like it's still there. It's just not there in a very Cancer-like way. It's not there in a very overflowing emotional way. But sometimes logic and intellect is definitely the best way to go in some choices. You may be reviewing documents or something, and this could even be a marriage, wedding, as far as papers are concerned. So like whereas we had one style and one pile, this may be a different kind of marriage in this pile, but it's still marriage. It could be common law married. It could be in the justice of the peace, just a simple wedding. It could be an elopement or a Vegas wedding or something like that. Something that's a little simpler or shorter, or more about papers than flamboyance and extreme spending and stuff. But it could be just as sentimental and special too. Yeah, and it could even represent like the handfasting. That's also, there's so many different ways to get married, and this one is not necessarily any worse or any better if you want to do it in this kind of way. It could be on a boat with the justice of the peace. There's just a lot of interesting ways to get married. I had a new friend of mine went to Vegas to have fun with her boyfriend, and then she left Vegas with a husband. So, stranger things have happened. Anyway, yeah, but also think about karma. This, for very, very, very few of you, this could be a karmic person, like as in a negative negative way. Like I don't like to use karma in a negative connotation most of the time, but in this case it's possible that there could be a karmic relationship somebody might be engaged in right now, whether it's you or your person of interest. And that could be because it's simply out of convenience or papers or something like that. Okay. But I think that's a very rare thing. I think mostly this signifies fairness and a win in your favor, and justice, fairness and love, and equality. Yes, and equality is a very good message too for this specific reading. This is my Juneteenth version of your weekly reading and love message from your person. So yes, and speaking of our lovely melanin friends, we have the Divine Director, who comes from the deck, the Keepers of the Light Oracle, and the other cards are from the Guardian Angel Messages Tarot. So the Divine Director represents intervention and purpose. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you are being guided. Happiness is your purpose. And so justice is very much this kind of divine intervention energy too. It's like your karmic reward. Remember, karma doesn't necessarily mean bad. Karma is, there's a karmic reward, and there's also negative karma that you can create. But most of my audience, I believe my audience, my sparkles of light do not have negative karma. Most of you are just waiting and hoping for that karmic reward. Some of you have already received a lot of it. Some of you still feel your due. Especially think this pile feels like I deserve fairness. I deserve someone to love me the same way as I love them, or an equality in my relationship and in my connectionship. And the Divine Director is bringing this. The Divine Director is a facet of the heart of the Creator. According to New Thought teaching, his energy is merged directly with God's divine plan so that we can access it and understand on a deeper level what will support our true function, which is to be happy. The Divine Director works directly with angels, and in particular guardian angels, so that they can fulfill their role of supporting the earth and all of her people. Right now, your angels are reminding you that your divine purpose on earth is to remember love and do what makes you happy. You have a very, very strong angel presence with you. And it's bringing you lots of strength and courage and guidance to keep going. Keep going with your heart too. The heart is the key. Divine intervention is taking place at this time. That's what's occurring in your life, and it's providing a real learning curve for your soul. You're becoming, and that learning curve, isn't it interesting? It's kind of like when you have a test in school and your teacher grades on a curve, because he wants to help everyone succeed, and instead of just rewarding the brainiacs and the ones that struggle get a really difficult score, he allows those with that struggle to at least be able to pass. And I feel like that's kind of something that's going on here. It's like an equalizer coming through. It's like a fairness, a justice, a justness, helping balance things. And and also the learning curve also represents like so much at once, so it can be a little heavy, and you may be going through a lot at once. That's why it's a learning curve instead of like a slow progress. When things happen, one thing after another, and it's a very intense situation, it's because your soul is supposed to be, is taking on this because it needs to elevate quickly. It's like, we need to get you up to speed right now. So here you go, take on this challenge, and if you pass it, then you know that you're ready. Like, but God doesn't give you anything that you're not already ready for, so it's kind of like proving it to yourself when you receive this challenge. And that's kind of how karma works too. Karma is not about God punishing you. It's about your choice, what you're attracting for your life, for your own lessons, for your own growth, for your own soul. You are becoming aware of a sense of purpose in your life, and it gives you a sense of joy, and it's something that brings you pleasure rather than something you have to work for. Know that your career can complement your purpose, but not define it. But the path you are on at the same time is right, and the universe is encouraging you to move forwards. That's so nice. All right. So now we're going to head to our messages. And all of these decks I'm using are from my beautiful friends, Divine Pearls Medium and Queen Sugar Tarot, who are both African American ladies who have their own channels, and they also create their own decks. And Divine Pearls Medium created this beautiful deck, A Taste of Honey. And we'll go with this first. All right, so we have, sometimes I get nervous when I think about you, about how much I love you. I get nervous when I think about how much I love you. And I am emotionally fulfilled, and that makes me better for you. Nice. I'll always protect you, sweetheart. Oh, that's nice. So you may be like, I feel like you have a strong angelic presence around you, but also a lot of you, let's say feminines out there, may have a masculine counterpart who is like an earth angel. Like, he is awesome. He is great. He is super sweet, very supportive and loving. All right, now let's go to Queen Sugar's decks. We have Love Notes number 1, the OG. And we've got, I'm in a better headspace now. So that kind of reminds me of this, I am emotionally fulfilled, and that makes me better for you. Does that offer still stand? So maybe you guys had a plan, and one or the other of you needed to get in a better headspace, and now you are, and you're ready to move into, where can we go? Can we try that plan that we used to have, or do we need to create a new plan? But I'd like to move on forward with you here. Let's see, now we have Love Notes Part 2. Sometimes I see the beige as the masculine and the pinks as the feminine, but that's completely up to you to decide. You have, you are my best friend. And for some people, this is a very strong message. So for like those of you who may be water signs or fire signs, emotional types, may not see friendship as such a passionate, wonderful thing. But if you're Aquarius, then you know that friendship is like the ultimate. When an Aquarius can call you friend, that's like calling you that's the same thing to them as soulmate, and I know, like just giving you the highest compliment. Like if you're their best friend, yeah, you are their soulmate. So think about that. Like, just depends on the person. All right, let's do Divine Love Messages 3. Here you go. We're getting a little bit of some rainbows here. Maybe I'll open this up and get some rainbows. Whee! Look at prisms. Yay! Oh, that's so nice. That's number 3, special treats. All right, we should talk about everything and clear the air. Yeah, could be a conversation and deciding where are we going to go now with all this now that we're talking again. Let's see now. Next deck is Lover's Lane, the sexy deck. It's been very kind of, well, I'm not going to give it away. So far every single pile has been very PG messages that come out, and she's got some saucy ones in here. I want to drown in your love. Isn't that beautiful? It's very romantic. And this is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So, there are and then, like, say for instance, you are a water sign and you say something deep like that, like, I want to drown in your love, and your air sign person says, or whatever. They felt it. They felt it. They felt it. They're not scared by it. They're feeling the emotion of it, but they're not expressing it the way you are expressing it, but they felt it. And then you also have, you are so beautiful to me. Yes. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. And yeah, also could be earth signs. Earth signs and air signs are very practical and matter of fact, and they fire and water are a little bit more emotional and emotive. But none of them are right or wrong. It's just the way they are. And you just have to, if you love them, you accept that, right? You accept those things about them. So we're going to top it off with LeMenu, which is a lovely deck. It's very delicious. Traditional cheeseburger, yum. So this says, love, sports, complex, social, and dependable. The cheeseburger. And traditional, some more traditions. Peanut butter and jelly sandwich. We have Gemini here. Loyal, playful, indecisive, loves children. That's nice. And I feel like overall, you are like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Like, you go together like peanut butter and jelly. Kind of different, but you're both kind of mashed up and been through a process, and then you're smushed together and covered with a blanket of bread. Like, you belong together. And so be it. That's how it is. There's just some things that are just traditional. And I feel like you will have, even if you do have a big wedding, I think you're definitely going to get the papers to say, let's get married, And that's going to be important for a lot of you out there. But some of you are still like looking, right? And then I think that person's coming through for you. And some of you may not get to like a marriage point per se, but you will have fairness in your love situation, and you will get a karmic reward out of your situation. So let's get some charms. All right. So I like this one. The soccer ball makes me think of ebony and ivory, black and white, living in harmony. So that could be, that could be something going on here, ebony and an ivory situation. It could also just be, it could be like supporters and allies, many friends, people who care. It also makes me think of balancing the light and the dark energies, negative and positive forces, masculine and feminine, and being together in the same ball. You can see the black and you can see the white better when you're sitting next to each other like that. You can't, if you didn't have any black spots, it would just be one blob of white. But if you look carefully, there are these little hexagons, and each hexagon is an individual hexagon. You can see the hexagons more clearly because of the black and the white. So there you have it. So because if it was all black hexagons, you wouldn't be able to see the individual hexagons either very well. Luckily, we have silver here to delineate it, but what if we didn't? Then it would even be harder. We have 1001 Dreams from 2023. This was last year's Renaissance Festival that I went to, and it was the fairy theme was 1001 Dreams, And I feel like that represents, it's like a magical time happening. Maybe you had something in 2023 that went down in your relationship, and now it's going to be righted in this year. But maybe also just means that your world is like a, it's going to turn into a dream come true situation. Oh, you are a precious flower. And there is peace here. I definitely feel a sense of calm. I feel like a sense of a lovely connection here. I think the majority of you are like a loving couple that's just going to elevate your relationships. We have the compass, and whenever I see the compass, I think of the north node and south node. Look in your astrological chart, and the true north node represents kind of your life path and purpose, and sort of the attitude and the style you need to work on in this life to manifest those goals. The south node represents your comfort zone and the things that you did in your past life that maybe you need to let go of a little bit. We have the key to somebody's heart. Oh, and see, wedding bells are ringing. We have the pentacle, which means stability. The number 30. So, like on the 30th of some month, June 30th. We have a cornucopia, abundance. We have the peace sign. Again, there's peace here. We have the bat, which represents nighttime activities. So this could be like staying up late and going out and dating. We got night, light and day, though, like what I was saying, this day and the night, the black and the white, because the rooster represents daylight energies, morning, getting up early. So be careful. Like if you have to, like some of you have to get up early. Some of you are day people and some of you are night people. Maybe there's a couple here who's a day person, who's a night person. And so when the rooster comes out by itself with no other things around, or no other symbols to counteract it, I would tell you that don't sleep past your alarm. Wake up early and get your day going. But with the bat here, I'm feeling like sometimes inspiration comes late at night, or you may be going on a very romantic date in the evening, or doing romantic things in the evening. So yeah, it just depends now. It depends. Like if you stay up late and you have to get up early for work or something, then be careful. Don't stay up too late. But then again, there feels like a couple energy. Like there's one of you that likes to stay up late and one of you that likes to get up early. And see, we had the bright sun, and now the cloud went over the sun. Interesting. And the cello here represents a masculine, possibly with a deep voice, and also possibly talents in the musical field. And we have the Taj Mahal, which represents travel and getting away and leisure time. And then the number 5, however you want to take the number 5, it could represent like to me, 555 is this balance of spiritual and material, and that could be something important to you. But I see mostly it's the shadow and the light that you're balancing more than anything within you, the masculine and the feminine within you, a lot of you. So this pile is very interesting. I feel very strongly there's a lot of each group. There's a lot of people who are about to elevate and get married or level up in their love relationship. There's a lot of people here that could be meeting their person for the first time. There's a lot of people here that are balancing the masculine and the feminine sides within themselves. And then there's some people that could be maybe, a very, very small percentage that could be possibly like in a love triangle, or in a situation where you or your person are connected to someone just for karmic reasons. So those are the categories here. Put yourself where you see yourself, but ultimately just know everybody's winning. Everybody's winning and getting the precious flower of peace. So I hope you like that. Thumbs up if you like that. And you hit that little thumb and then you get this little confetti party. Next to that is the subscribe button. So if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. But if you have, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you so much. For those of you interested in becoming members, membership is a really easy thing that you can do. It starts as low as $1.99 a month. It's a subscription that you can cancel anytime, and you keep your status, you keep your little badge, and you don't ever have to lose your badge. And also you, or your seniority, I should say. Also, it's a great way of getting monthly readings at really low cost prices. About half price of what I normally charge for private readings. Also, if you come out on my lives on Tuesday and Friday nights, or whenever you can catch me, occasionally on Saturday mornings, you can get like 70% off of my normal private reading price. So that's another way to get some good, inexpensive readings. And then, of course, the pick a card is so strong with the collective. Like, it's really connected to you guys, and spirit really picks up on your energy, and that's why sometimes it feels like a personal reading, because sometimes it really can be like, it was, spirits really zooming in on a particular person. But in this pile, I felt a bunch of scenarios and a lot of the collective here. And I hope you like that, you guys. Thank you so much. Feel free to check out the other piles, pile 1 and pile 2. And I will see you at the next reading. Don't hesitate to comment below of anything that you're interested in seeing. And if life permits, I will get back into the swing of doing more daily readings. But please let me know like what you would like to see. I was considering just doing like shorts instead of like a 10+ minute daily reading. I was thinking more of like a minute daily dust instead. So if you think that's a good idea, then just let me know in the comment section. And I will see you next time. Faith, trust, and pixie dust.